here at Bluefin restaurant. This is one of Tucson's premier seafood restaurants here in the city, and I've asked chef and owner Jim Murphy to give us some instruction on some seafood preparations that I think will help all of us a little bit. I'm sure he has some special dishes for us, so let's head in and speak to Jim. I'm here in the kitchen of Bluefin restaurant with chef owner Jim Murphy. He's going to talk to us today a little bit about some of his special seafood preparations, and to start off, he has a couple of special guests to introduce us to. So Jim, take it away.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming. All summer long, from Memorial Day until October 1st, we run our Lobster Fest special, and we offer a 1-pound lobster, an American hard-shell East Coast lobster, and these are called chicks because of their size. It's a pound to a pound and a quarter. So what we do with the lobsters is a little bit different than you usually see. A lot of times they talk about boiling them in salted water. We steam them. We have just a regular Chinese steamer back here. It's stainless steel, so it lasts, but we've had it about 4 years, and works very well. What I'll do is take the big knife, and we just kill it right behind its head, right where the head joint meets the body joint. We take the point of the knife and go right through. Then I'll take the bands off, and we gently crack the claws. Okay. Now at this point he's dead. Sometimes they jitter around a little bit, but I think we get a more tender lobster.
Okay.
So we'll put it in here for about 8 minutes, and it'll turn bright red. So what we do is we have a little bit of olive oil in there, and we heat it up. And in our bouillabaisse, we add a little salt and pepper.
In terms of the salt, any particular type? Kosher?
We use kosher salt.
Okay.
I mean, I like it because of, I can feel it. You know how when you pick up iodized salt, it just goes through your fingers?
It's like flour.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the kosher salt because you can feel it. Obviously, it's a more pure product. It's a better flavor. But you can feel it, you know? So we're going to start with a little whitefish. This happens to be cod. We're going to put that in there. We'll start with some scallops and some shrimp. We're going to let that cook a little bit. And then in our bouillabaisse, we also add clams and mussels, and we have tomato, we have saffron, a little bit of parsley, and garlic. And then we have a bouillabaisse broth that we make that has carrots and leeks and fennel and a fish stock that we make in-house with a little bit of lobster broth. So we're searing that off a little bit. We got a little color. All right, we're going to push that off to the side. Then we're going to cut a lobster in half.
Same way as before.
Well, we're going to do this a little different. We're going to take care of him. I'll take these off. Now in our bouillabaisse, we just use half a lobster per dish. So we'll just cut them in half. Now the inside, people kind of freak out. See the light green and the dark green? The light green is called tomalley, T-O-M-A-L-L-E-Y. And those are the insides of the lobster. Fully edible, very flavorful. The dark green, which you'll see will change in the pan, is the roe. So that's egg. Break that a little bit. We're going to put that flesh down in the pan. At this point, we're going to add some clams. We're going to add our mussels. We're going to add our garlic. Stir that around.
And at this point, I would say you've been at this for maybe 7 or 8 minutes in terms of over the pan, just to give people a time frame.
Right, you'll see, I mean, it will all cook. What we have here is our bouillabaisse broth we were talking about. See how rich and red it is? That's from the saffron. There is a little tomato, and it's full of vegetables in there also.
I had this dish one of the first times I was in here, and it's an outstandingly flavorful dish.
Oh, well, thanks.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is. We sell, it's one of the few that's been on the menu the entire time we're open.
And look how colorful it is in the pan.
And it'll even get a nice, a more red hue. So what I'm going to take is another pan. If you have a nice lid at home, just cover it. Steam it probably about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And it'll be good to go. And we'll see it when it's when it comes up.
Okay.
So we're all good there. We started with salt and pepper. We have our garlic, tomato. We have the vegetables in there, the broth, and all that shellfish all steaming together. So there he is, all boiled up. Color completely changes. The tail curls under. These are great for what we do, and we sell a lot of them. We have a lot of happy guests with them. So how we present it is we will crack the claws up a little more, and then we open the tail. And we just split it like that. Now the one we had in half for the bouillabaisse was full of roe. This one had no roe in it. That just gets served like that with butter and corn and rice, parsley on top. So this bouillabaisse is now ready. We'll take a bouillabaisse bowl. Oh, look at that nice color. See, the lobster got the same bright red color. And then when we turn this over, you can see how the roe cooked red. See all that? That was that dark green.
Right.
That's the tamale.
And again, in terms of total cook time for this, we had maybe, what, 12, 15?
Well, you want to make sure your clams are open.
Okay.
So it's really, you only need to steam it probably 6 minutes. Once your clams are open, everything's done.
So the clams open is the sign that it's ready?
Right.
Okay.
Put that all in there. And this is the one you serve your guests.
And again, look at the color. I take it the sort of that yellowish color is from the saffron?
That's from the saffron, and
right.
Well, you'd smell the seafood, but you get that nice perfume from the saffron. And just put the claw up there to make sure that he remains, hey, I'm in here, you know? So this is something we do year-round. The lobster, we have year-round also, but our 2011 Tucson Original Lobster Special runs from Memorial Day through the end of September. So the lobster is cooked. We pulled the tail out. There you go. You get a small little bucket of butter, just a little bitty one. And just take it, dunk it right in.
Oh, this makes me feel like I'm back in New England again. this is amazing.
Tender, sweet. That's good.
You've got to come in and try this. You can't imagine how good this is.
You want something that will pair a dry California white, maybe even a fumet,
Okay.
or French, maybe a Vouvray, or something with a little more body to it, or a little more
Expression to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that I like it to complement. If you're looking for something a little heavier, maybe an Oregon Pinot, something that's crisp, clean on the palate, goes with because we do have rich seafood in here. Shrimp, scallops, and the lobster is very rich too.
And you have a very nice wine list here too. So I mean, there's certainly lots of different combinations that your guests can choose from.
Oh, sure. Tim Ivankovich, my partner, and Jeff Ozerski is my chef partner in the back for both Kingfisher and Bluefin. But Tim does a great job on selecting the wines, and then our head bartender, Ralph Avella, does a great job in selecting the wine list also. So.
Well, there you go, from the expert himself, lobster, bouillabaisse, some great wines to pair. Sure, they'd love to see you here, and I'm sure they're going to see myself and my wife Rosalie here quite soon. Thank you so much for the time.
Jim.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.